Here we are, the 12th and final power to discuss that we have come into this plane to embrace and express. It is Zeal. My name is Chelsea, and this series of the 12 powers has been brought to you by the Verity Prosperity Clarity Project. I hope you have enjoyed this series, as it has been a pleasure in creating it. My black and brown people have been under the thumb of religion long enough. And I came on YouTube and Instagram so that we can experience a fuller life, which comes from a fuller understanding of truth. We are not sinners. We are not guilty of some spiritual crime. And we are not going to hell. Heaven and hell are states of consciousness within your own perception. If you experience guilt, resentment, or shame, you're in hell. But if you experience joy, you're in heaven. We are infinite beings. We are promised a resurrection, so don't think there's only one life to live. And there's a reason One Life to Live and General Hospital are the only soap operas left. It's programming, y'all. Nothing but programming your subconscious mind to incline it towards lies. For this purpose, I have become zealous to see people set free, and that zeal is what empowers me to get this truth out to the masses. Religion has its place, as it can help with discipline, and it can be a guiding light to what's being said in ancient texts that speak in metaphysical science. But you are your own savior. It's your intuition that teaches you the truth. What you think Jesus was getting in touch with up top that mountain? Since mine has led me to how we relate to all the universal laws affecting our consciousness as a whole, I took it upon myself to be a light to the broader ideas that ancient texts allegorically and esoterically explain. When I realized 22 means light, and my first, middle, and last name have 22 letters together, and how I would constantly be asked about questions regarding spirituality and the supernatural, I literally put two and two together and became the light worker you see before you. Zeal is the affirmative impulse of existence, the unction to move forward. Zeal is also known as enthusiasm, the motivation lying back of an idea needing expression. The root word enthusiasm derives from Latin, which is entheos, which means in God. It blows the winds, rises the tides, and spins the planets on their axis and around the sun. Just like love, though, zeal must be tempered with wisdom, because if expressed in excess, you'll grow tired of your work. And you don't want the zeal for your new lover to be unrestrained without wisdom. Don't nobody want to be boo-boo the fool. Zeal has been posted last because it's the power behind the grand scheme of all things unfolding. It's the power behind your powers. It's the impulse that backs all action. Zeal is the zest for life. I mentioned the apostles associated with each lesson, so when you read ancient texts, you can have a deeper understanding of what's being expressed. So for instance, Simon is the name for this guy. The color of this ganglionic center is orange, and his power rests within the body at the medulla oblongata, which imparts special energy to the ears, eyes, nose, mouth, and the rest of the nervous system. Take a look at this clip.
Medulla oblongata.
What?
Tell them to shoot you in the medulla oblongata right behind the ear. You won't feel shit.
And if you recall, Christ has two apostles named Simon. This name means hearing. Now, the one called Simon Peter represents receptivity from above, because Peter means rock, which is a firm foundation. The other Simon was from Canaan, and the city was in lower lands, so it's represented in the body consciousness or sense consciousness. The zeal he had for the truth had him being called a zealot. Even Christ was zealous when he was seen knocking over the tables of the money changers in the temple. And his apostles remembered it was written about him that the zeal for his Father's house would consume him. What this means is that whatever takes place in the world has its counterpart in the body. What happens above also happens below. Macrocosm is a reflection of the microcosm. That's what as above, so below means. That's what as within, so without means. That's what "as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he" means. Every invention is a duplication of some activity in the human body. For instance, Wi-Fi is God. It's everywhere. Prayer is Google. You have to be specific. The firing in the engine of the vehicle is like the firing of the synapses in the brain and the electrical activity of other ganglionic centers in the body. The zeal of doing the will of God, prospering yourself and others in the name of love, is the stuff that geniuses are made of. And just like driving an automobile, we learn to steer, work the pedals and the gear shift, and the rest takes care of itself. In like manner, there's a delicate mind and body interaction that's going on. And if we still our minds in meditation, we can begin to look under the hood. But that's mainly what enthusiasm or zeal looks like. It's expressive energy. God is no respecter of persons. He is a respecter of faith. It rains on the just and the unjust. But those whose zeal for higher intelligence consumes them, they will be made gods and goddesses if they are disciplined enough in thoughts and intentions to behold their own majesty. If you'd like to become empowered unto the infinite energy within you and increase its magnitude, I have a little something for you. Now, if you've tuned into any of the previous videos here, you're aware that each of these powers has specific regenerative exercises and meditations to accelerate the activation of these powers within your consciousness. Over a 21-day period, these meditations and exercises will help you achieve results within all facets of your life, including your vocation, all your relations, your vibration, and your recreation. For those within my Affluence Alliance, many have been reprogramming their subconscious minds, and I applaud them. It is an effort to which you must dedicate yourself, and I've designed this program for you to capitalize on how the soul works within this realm of existence. If you would like to participate in the Prosperity Clarity University over the next 21 days, you can subscribe on my website. Each class is an investment of only $47. There's 12 months and there's 12 powers, so there's no long-term commitment, and you can go at your own pace. Just remember, after you plant a seed, the tree doesn't sprout in one summer. However, your consistent dedication is what will make the difference in your results. If you would prefer a reduced rate of 35% off, you may choose to select the option of a one-time investment of only $367 for the entire year. Considering that's about $1 a day to change your life, this opportunity cannot be ignored. I'd definitely take me up on this offer. You deserve the best, so don't choose to stress. I'll see you on the other side where prosperity, love, and happiness reside. Thank you once again for joining me on this journey of the powers you were born with. Our next series will discuss topics concerning this geo-socio-economic matrix in which we are all a part. Once we are free within, our freedom has to be manifested on the outside. So when you recognize the wealth of who you are through these powers we've discussed in this series, wealth starts showing up in your life, giving you a freer, fuller expression of who you are in the world. It's an exciting time to be alive, I'm telling you. We are all connected to each other, yes, but we're also connected to these systems within the world too. So stick around for some life-changing information coming up. You'll thank me later.